Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks for watching that earwax removal video today. Now what you can see with this patient is we've got a lot of excess skin that's all around the outside edge of the ear canal here. I've also got this section of skin much deeper in, which is going from the top corner of the canal and connecting to the skin on the other side. Now this skin's gone very hard, so it's very keratinous, so it goes almost kind of quite leathery. The little arrow I'm pointing out there, that's where the eardrum should be, so we should be able to see that nice and clearly. But when you get this skin detaching from the canal walls, it starts off quite soft and then moves across and can sometimes attach, which is what you've seen here. And when it goes really hard like this is, lots of people are asking me, oh, how does things like keratosis obturans start? Well, this is the kind of precursor for it. When you get in these layers of dry skin that are folding over one another and all wrapping together and really hardening up. So what we've got here is the standard size ulnar tube in here, just starting to peel away all these different layers and starting to work this out. So well done to everyone who guessed this right on the community tab earlier. You are actually looking at dead skin. A few people said there's some olive oil in there as well, which is exactly right. This patient has been using some olive oil just to soften this up, but this is completely all dead skin. There's hardly any wax in here whatsoever. So all coming away really nicely. We're just teasing this top layer down the canal a little bit here. There we are, trying to get it all out in one piece if we can. So you can see we're using this motion where we're just kind of pulling away from the canal wall and then drawing back. But you can see these hard plates all around the outside edge, and it was going all the way to the outside part of the ear canal as well, because don't forget, skin migrates that way, so it comes out of the canal and breaks away at the entrance, or that's how it should work. But you can see this long, look at that strip coming away really well. We crashed it into the endoscope, we were doing that well. So we're pulling this away. You can see how it's drawing this layer of skin from deeper in the canal here. So we've got the crocodile forceps now. We're going to grab hold of this next section, try and get a good grip on this. Very slowly just drawing this down the canal. There we go. That was the tail end of the first piece we took away. You can see how long these pieces are. It's actually drawn the next layer down. We can still see there's more further in though, so there's a lot more deeper in the canal. Thank you to everyone who gave us the feedback about the thumbnail question I asked as well the other day. You may have seen on the community tab, I'm actually on BBC Radio Wales tomorrow for an hour doing a interview about hearing health. And they always ask me in there where our viewers come from. So would you mind popping into the comment section below where you guys are coming from, where you guys are viewing from, what country, if you're in the US, what state you're viewing from, because I always get asked and I can never remember all the countries. So it'd be great if you could do that for me, that'd be fab. So you can see now we've got this last little bit here. It's kind of layered across the bottom of the canal and lifting up over the eardrum. We've still got that interconnected piece of skin sitting in front of the drum here. It's all a case of trying to peel this outer section away here before we can get to that deeper section further in. There we are. You can see it starting to come away. You can see the lovely sort of fresh skin layer underneath there, all looking lovely and healthy. Got to be careful. I'm using the top jaw of the forceps just to peel this away from the canal wall. There we go. So we can get the bottom end in. It's starting to feel off. It's quite brittle, this type of skin. It can be tough if it stays in for a long period of time, but this one's actually particularly brittle. So when you are pulling with a forceps, sometimes it's shearing. You can see how that just pulled away there. So now we get into this deeper section now. Let's see if we can get this out in one piece. So we've pulled down from the top. We're kind of trying to squish it all into the end of the ulnar tube here. Pulling down. There we are. You can just see it starting to come forward. See how it's all loosening from the canal walls now? That deeper section's coming away. You can just start to see this moving away now. Give it a bit of a wiggle. Let's see if we can get it out. Don't forget this skin is still attached somewhere in that canal. So it's going to be a little bit deeper in. It's going to be just where that's come away at source. And that's what's just holding this back in. There we are. It's really starting to come away. You can see it moving now. Look how that formed. You can see this whole sleeve of skin has come away here. I was really hoping we were going to get this out in one go for you guys. It's almost there. You can see it, that deeper section. See it just over the top there. Here we are, just starting to come away. So that section broke away there. And if we take a look behind it, we've got, just get this little bit of excess skin here from the entrance. There we go. patient very, very relieved to get this out. Has been having lots of hearing issues going on there. There we are. You can see the eardrum now where we couldn't see that before. We can see there's a little bit of skin here, just to the left-hand side. So we're just going to grab that. And you can look at how this comes away. You can see this top layer, it's hard. You can see by the way it moves, it's toughened up a little bit. So it's quite easy to see now if you get a condition such as keratosis obstruans, where you get these kind of problems and that layer folds over the next layer. You could see from that deeper section how it connects when it touches the skin on the other side. They kind of bind together and then form this hard bond. And that's what happens. You get these kind of layers interweaving over one another and wrapping around each other in here. So it was a good job this patient came through when they did. The GP had taken a look, but I'd thought this was wax rather than a skin issue, which is very easy to do. Obviously, when you're taking a good look. Obviously, we've got we look in hundreds and hundreds of ears every week, so we get to see what's going on in here. Last little bit. I'm using the forceps here, just because suction's not really kind of holding on to it very well. We've got this last little lift right at the bottom of the canal here. So we're just going to try and take that away. In comes the Jobson horn. Now I find this easier when you've got very thin layers, especially of skin, especially when somebody's used a lot of olive oil in here as well. Sometimes it doesn't come away very easily, but when you use the Jobson horn, if you very gently, don't forget that the key term is gently, pass it along the canal wall, you tend to sort of pucker up all the skin in front of it, and that tends to lift it away really, really nicely. And that's what's happening here. Sometimes that's a bit easier than trying to grab it and pull or lift it out. So you can see the eardrum a little bit dull there. You can actually see little sort of waves along the skin closer to the eardrum. It's just where that skin's kind of puckered up a little bit. So this is what we moved. Don't forget this is from one ear. So we're 5 centimeters. I'm going to quickly look at the inches. 2 inches there. So quite a bit of skin debris all kind of folded together in there in these long kind of strips and layers. But yeah, really satisfying one to certainly to do. I'm hoping it was a satisfying one to watch as well. So you can see it, just how those bigger pieces came through. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. I have already edited Friday's video. If you loved Appeal, you are gonna love Friday's video. It's a really good one. I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorites to do. But as always, guys, take care of your ears, take care of yourselves, take care of one another. If you're free tomorrow between 3 and 4 UK time, you can tune into BBC Radio Wales and have a listen to me talking about ears. And apart from that, guys, don't forget to comment in the section below where you're listening from, and we shall catch up with you real soon. Take care, everybody.